The early 20th century was a time of great unrest in Europe. Nationalism was on the rise. Countries competed for empires and military dominance. A tangled web of alliances bound nations together. This created a powder keg ready to explode with the slightest spark. Militarism, the belief in a strong military, fueled an arms race. Germany and Great Britain engaged in a naval buildup. France, Russia, and Austria-Hungary expanded their armies. This fostered suspicion and distrust among the European powers. Imperialism, the pursuit of colonies, also created tension. European nations clashed over territories in Africa and Asia. This competition for resources and power heightened rivalries. Nationalism, the intense pride in one's nation, further destabilized Europe. Ethnic groups within empires sought independence. This was especially true in the Balkans, a region rife with ethnic conflict. By 1914, Europe was a tinderbox, a complex web of alliances fueled by militarism, imperialism, and nationalism, set the stage for a global conflict. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand would provide the spark. On June 28, 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, and his wife Sophie visited Sarajevo. Sarajevo was the capital of Bosnia, a province recently annexed by Austria-Hungary. The Archduke's visit was meant to be a show of strength and unity. However, the visit was met with anger by Serbian nationalists. They viewed Austria-Hungary's annexation of Bosnia as an act of aggression. A Serbian nationalist group, the Black Hand, plotted to assassinate the Archduke. The Black Hand saw the assassination as a way to strike back at Austria-Hungary and advance the cause of Serbian unity. As the Archduke's motorcade drove through Sarajevo, a Black Hand member, Gavrilo Princip, fired 2 shots. The shots fatally wounded Franz Ferdinand and Sophie. The assassination sent shockwaves through Europe. Austria-Hungary, outraged by the assassination, blamed Serbia and prepared for war. The system of alliances so carefully constructed over decades began to unravel. Austria-Hungary, with the support of its powerful ally Germany, issued an ultimatum to Serbia. The ultimatum contained a series of harsh demands designed to humiliate Serbia and assert Austria-Hungary's dominance. Serbia, backed by Russia, refused to accept all of the demands. This partial rejection gave Austria-Hungary the pretext it needed to declare war. On July 28, 1914, Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. This single act of war triggered a chain reaction across Europe. Russia, bound by treaty to protect Serbia, began mobilizing its army. Germany, allied with Austria-Hungary, viewed Russia's mobilization as a threat. Germany declared war on Russia on August 1st. 2 days later, Germany declared war on France, Russia's ally. Germany's war plans called for a swift invasion of France through neutral Belgium. Great Britain, obligated to protect Belgium's neutrality, declared war on Germany on August 4th. Within a week, the great powers of Europe were at war. The war quickly bogged down into a stalemate on the Western Front. Germany's initial advance into France was halted at the Battle of the Marne. Both sides dug in, creating a vast network of trenches that stretched from the English Channel to Switzerland. Trench warfare became the defining feature of the Western Front. Soldiers lived in miserable conditions, facing constant artillery bombardment, machine gun fire, and the threat of poison gas. Attacks were often met with devastating losses. The Battle of the Somme, one of the bloodiest battles in human history, resulted in over 1 million casualties for minimal territorial gains. Life in the trenches was a nightmare. Soldiers endured mud, rats, disease, and the constant fear of death. The stalemate on the Western Front would continue for over 4 years. Millions of lives would be lost in a brutal war of attrition.